the 7:30 games for Week 10, and I am so effing excited because it kicks off on Field 1. Kick-ass, recent Barbuzz champions.
And number one ranked team, too.
Oh. Is that so?
Just undisputed champions.
Number 1 on the fields, number 1's at the bar, number 1 in our hearts.
I'll cheers to that, man. Amazing feat right there, man.
We've always been a hot team.
Their dog's a whore.
Yeah, Danger is a big old slut.
Please have your pets spaded and neutered.
No. He bit me when I tried to take him to the vet.
That's what you had.
It was ugly. Anyway, we're playing the Foul Balls in the first game at 7:30. I won't be able to pick this game, but I got my old squad on the other side of the field, the Foul Balls. A team I starred on and led for a year and ran right into the ground. I departed after the statistically worst season in WAKA Peninsula history.
This once proud championship franchise.
You're like the LeBron James of the Foul Balls.
In fairness, I think you had a little help from Wade.
Oh.
He helps. He was your bosun. Steering that ship right into the iceberg.
Oh, anyway.
That was a good reference.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate that.
I saw Battleship last week.
Oh, man.
It's a good flick. Rihanna's good. Anyways.
So on to the picks.
So the emotions going into this big matchup against your former team, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot of emotions.
In your
anger, and anger towards Brian Pena, mostly. You know, Matt, you say don't disrespect a man in his own house. That's all I'm going to do.
I'm looking at his face right now, and he's looking very intimidating.
Yeah, he is. Ooh. You clean that up, Brian. Clean that up later. I'm sorry I did that to you.
Well, I guess for you, the pressure's got to be pretty high because if you guys underperform in this game, and if Foul Balls can get the upset, hey, you're going to hear it from Andreas, you're going to hear it from Wade, you're going to hear it from Pena, you're going to hear it from Jen.
Definitely hear it from Pena.
So, how are you going to handle that pressure? Are you worried about your performance?
I have no performance anxiety going into this game. None whatsoever. We're a confident bunch. You know, it's not all about me. I'm bolstered by those around me who we share one love. You may have heard, we ha, 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 ha. God, I'm getting aroused talking about my team. I need to stop. Brian, if you get me out, I'll buy you 5 shots at the bar after the game.
I love your shot wagers.
You're getting aroused?
Hey.
Danger's Red Rocket.
I'd have a practice this weekend just to try to get 5 shots out of you, man. Get that team ready.
So I'll say for this, I think the Foul Balls, obviously they're going to be motivated by that. But Kick-Ass is a very, and this is going to, very athletic team, of course. Right?
Very athletic.
I hate to steal your thunder, but no, they're obviously very talented. They're riding a 7-game winning streak. They look like world beaters right now, and I think they're going to cruise in this game. But I think Foul Balls is going to come out. They're going to play their A game. They might be semi-sober, so we'll see. I think it'll be Kick-Ass by 5.5.
Ha!
Hey man, that's what I was looking at as well. We talked about the altercation last week on the podcast. I'm not going to relive those traumatizing moments, but you're the top dogs, man. No danger, pun intended. But 7-0-1. How can you pick against you? And how can you pick against you without the Brian Pena-led Foul Balls? So
it could be, I think there's also the danger of Kick-Ass kind of looking past the Foul Balls and looking forward to their big Week 11 showdown against 5 o'clockers too.
Could be.
We are not looking past.
You take it 1 week at a time.
You're not. But
you take it 1 week at a time. And I got Kick-Ass just taking it to him this week. 5.5 over the Foul Balls. I'm sorry, Foul Balls. Sorry, Brian.
Feels great. Can't wait. All right, we've spent enough time patting me on the back. The Jagernauts, second half of the doubleheader, they got the Chubby Gangsters.
It's I think, this is a good,
great
we
game.
should have a good discussion about this because I think we have some intimate knowledge of both teams.
We do.
So I'd say Chubby Gangsters have been around for years, so I've had a chance to scout them out pretty well. Jagernauts have been around for years. These are two of the more tenured teams in the league. I think Chubby Gangsters, they're having a great season. Offense is dynamic at the top. I say that every week, but I think they really stand out. I think that's the strength of their team. I see them favored. I'll go 2.5.
2.5 sounds pretty decent. I'm probably going to go a little higher. And, you kind of buried yourself in a hole here picking against Jaeger 2 times in a row this podcast.
Dottie doesn't watch this. She's not
I
watching
picked Jaeger
right
in the
now.
6:30 so I could go against him in the 7:30 guilt-free. But Chubby Gangsters, my dark horse team, is gonna come prepared to win and take this team to a nice 6-2-1, ready for one of those top seeds coming up for tournament time. Jaeger's just not gonna have enough offense for him come the 7:30 game. I see it probably around a 6-3, 5-2 game. I'm gonna go 3 runs to the Chubby Gangsters.
Gentlemen, I value my social life, so I also think the Chubby Gangsters are going to win this game.
Your social life.
Handily.
Because you and Keith and Jeff run around the Nolan Trail, or is that Brent? Does Brent run around with that? Well, what do you do with?
Work out, mostly. I personally train Keith Morehart. Behind the woodshed. We go out there and pump iron. We're getting ready for that beef team.
Yeah.
Push! Behind the woodshed.
Yep. Chubby Gangsters, 2.5 runs. Is that sort of what we're...
That'll work for me.
2.5.
That'll work for me.
God, that's going to be a good-looking win for the
But
Chubby
for the
Gangsters.
record, hey, Jagernauts, anything can happen, and I would love it if they pulled the upset. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my heart is definitely with the Jagernauts, at least one in particular. So I'm rooting for good things. But
I love Kevin too.
Alright, let's finish out the 7:30 games. Battlestar Ballsacktica plays JKI the second game of a doubleheader. The Battlestar got their first win of the season. And like we already said, JKI coming off a big win. So both teams, got a little mo coming into this game. I think it'll be a close one if Battlestar, can put it together. They've had, but I think it's this late in the season. They should be gelling a little more. But I will edge slightly to the hot JKI team. I think they'll ride it. Get a win, close one though.
yeah, I think Battlestar is a little hot too. They came out their last game. They won 6-2 against the Foul Balls. Offense was really looking pretty sharp. I think George's influence is really, his coaching is starting to take effect, and I think they're making better decisions. JKI, I spoke about them earlier. Obviously, I'm a fan. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them recently. So this will be a game to watch out for. Pick 'em. I have no idea.
I made fun of your pick 'em earlier, but I'm kind of feeling you on this a little bit as well. Battlestar got that first victory, got the Mo, like you said, coming into this week. JKI has also got the Mo, but also has the Joe, as in the Joe man. Why you gotta pick the friggin' Jagernauts over us? But I'm sorry, it had to be done. I see them fighting back. It's gonna be a very close one. I'm gonna favor JKI, but for the lines, I'm gonna go pick 'em.
Yeah, that's basically what I meant with my big there. I agree.
It's a toss-up.
It is a toss-up. 1-5-1 Battlestar is riding that wave. JKI 2-4-1. I mean, anything can happen this game. This is going to be a really fun game to watch.
All right.
You going to pick 'em?
Yep, pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em. And that'll close out the 7:30 hour. And coming up next, we got the 8:30 previews.